And now, here's your Juniata County area forecast.
For fledgling forecasters and budding broadcasters, a club at Penn State has a reputation for real-world readiness. Campus Weather Service is the largest student-run forecasting organization in the country, providing free weather forecasts for their Pennsylvania clients. And they've been doing it for 50 years.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. It is student meteorologist Caroline Castora here with your Campus Weather Service forecast.
The origins of Campus Weather Service, or CWS, go back to 1972. Penn State students Richard Anselmo and Ray Wisniewski began providing detailed weather forecasts for the Ogontz, now Abington, Penn State campus. They formed a student club and continued to make tailored forecasts after transferring to the University Park campus. The organization grew in membership and number of clients, which included a variety of radio stations throughout central Pennsylvania.
There were some very dedicated people that went in early to make sure we got the forecast in time for broadcasting.
There was a cassette tape on the other side of the phone, and they'd have you wait, and then you'd hit a click and say, okay, go ahead and read the forecast. And being shy, I was always nervous about doing that, but it sticks in your mind.
Students worked together in shifts to get the forecast to their clients, developing a sense of camaraderie and community in the new Walker Building weather station.
It was a different era then. There was no internet, there were no phones. If you were eager to get weather data, you had to be here. And it gave them some confidence, I'd like to think, in the mechanics of putting together a weather forecast.
Officers were appointed by the late 70s, and as Penn State shifted from quarters to semesters in the early 80s, CWS too continued to evolve, becoming a year-round organization and adding a video component to operations. The dedication to clients continued, even during the most intense tornado outbreak in state history.
1985, the Kane, we call it the Kane tornado. There were 3 people that were killed. And along around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I remember where I was standing in the radio station. Campus Weather called and said, you better be prepared because some severe weather is on the way. And around 8:15 or so, it hit Kane. There have been students that have felt a responsibility to notify the listeners or the viewers of potential dangers.
The 90s brought the addition of newspaper forecasts and a dive into the World Wide Web for CWS, providing cutting-edge opportunities for students. By the 2000s, social media was added to operations, offering a new way to engage with campus and clients. The way forecasts were created and the way people consumed weather information became increasingly more accessible and mobile. Adaptation to these trends helped CWS navigate uncharted territory during the COVID-19 pandemic.
The fact that we were able to adapt and still have the tools to broadcast remotely if need be, knowing how to do that and the fact that we've already done that is massive.
While the times have changed, some aspects of the legacy of CWS remain, such as the service to clients.
It's one of the highlights of my career. Maybe the highlight, I don't know. But meeting the people, seeing the dedication and the accuracy.
It means the world to hear the feedback like that, to know that people are hearing our forecasts and they're getting good use of them, they trust them, and to have that level of commitment for over 3 decades. We owe the world to them, and we're so grateful for every opportunity they've given us and continue to give us to this day.
Then there's the service to Campus Weather Service members through hands-on learning and teamwork.
I think that peer-to-peer learning in Campus Weather Service is invaluable because it's exactly what happens in the real world every single day. I'm on a team with 5 other meteorologists. We learn from each other, we bounce forecast ideas off of each other, and at times we do reach out to each other for critiques on our on-air performance as well. So learning to interact with your peers, with your coworkers, is a really important skill.
It's the camaraderie and the team effort among a shift to be able to share ideas, build a consensus, and forecast We know that building a forecast consensus generally provides a better, more accurate forecast outcome in the long run than just an individual's forecast. So I think the consensus-based approach and learning that early on is a really good reason to join.
Not to mention the service to members through lifelong friendships.
Many students don't come from a background where they had any friends interested in weather. So right away, in what could be an intimidating environment, new school, far from home, they meet people that they finally realize there's someone like them out there, and that if that can form a bond that lasts a lifetime, and it does, obviously.
And there's the service to members in preparing them for careers in the weather and climate enterprise as forecasters, broadcasters, and leaders.
Understand how to work together, how to be collaborative, how to listen to other people's ideas, and I certainly have applied that type of process of envisioning where we're going in the future to what I do here at AccuWeather every day.
There's no doubt that Campus Weather Service prepared me for my career. Between the shift schedule and the type of work that you do, between forecasting and preparing your own graphics and then actually putting the forecast product together, it mimics a lot of what's done in the real world, and it kind of gives you that background experience too.
So what does the next 50 years look like for Campus Weather Service? As every forecaster in CWS learns, you can't even begin to make an outlook without looking at the past and the present. And when you do, you see an enduring legacy of experiential learning, embrace of evolution, and lifelong friendships, leading to a bright future ahead.
You realize just how much work's gone into it over the years to get it to where it is now, and it gives us such a great opportunity to succeed.
I hope it can continue to adapt to changing times, but the core missions of involving students early, letting them know there are other people like them, fostering that passion in meteorology, I just hope that never goes away.
For Weather World, I'm Rob Leidick.